Hello everyone, I'm a film major who never watches any films, so I've decided to watch a film every day in order to change that. And today I watched The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and this film was so long. It felt so long. Oh, I'm pretty sure I remember reading that that it won a bunch of awards when it came out, but this movie felt just so ridiculously long. It felt like there were 3 stories in it, and it could have cut half of it out. It could have been a one story with a nice, 1.5 hour plot. It didn't need the extra hour that it had, and I'm just kind of confused because it doesn't really wrap things up in a nice bow. It kind of just keeps going, right? You'd think it's near the end, and then it just keeps going. It just, I have to get this out first because it's just so frustrating to watch. I'm sure, I know it's a good film, but it just feels like it takes so long. I actually had to take a nap during half of it. I was so bored, I was like an hour in, I just paused it, I took a nap for like an hour, and I came back and then finished watching it because, I don't know, it just took so much out of me watching this film because it just felt like it was dragging along. But literally, they could have cut out the first hour and the last 20 minutes. I really feel like they could have, and they wouldn't have lost much. The story, though, is pretty interesting. It's a journalist who is trying to get back on his feet after not being, 100% sure with, some of the facts that he brought. You know, he didn't have enough evidence for the kind of accusations he was making, and ended up falling flat on his face, even though the things he was saying was true. You know, he just couldn't prove it necessarily. So he's down on his luck. He's taking this other job, doing some detective work just to kind of get back in the game and, fix his brand and reestablish himself. And at the same time, there's this girl with a dragon tattoo, and that's not important at all. She's just smart. She's got a photographic memory. And she's 23, the guy is 40, and they end up working together on this case to find a missing girl, and they do that by trying to figure out who this serial killer is, who hunts down women specifically, and he uses Bible verses as justification for the things that they do, or for the things that he does to them. So there's a Bible verse in the Old Testament that's if she's a whore or whatever, if she sleeps with other men, then she deserves death by stoning, and so he smashes her with a rock or whatever. So it's just kind of stuff like that, and I feel like maybe I've just watched too much TV, but I feel like I've seen this a million times. This could be a TV series, but instead it's a movie, and it feels really dragged out. You know, I've seen serial killers that use Bible verses as justification before, or hunting exclusively women. I'm not seeing anything new in this film, and maybe it's just because I'm watching this film 10 years after it was released, because I think it came out in 2010 or 2011, but even then I feel like this stuff has been around for a while. So the movie is shot really well, very competently. Nothing amazing though, nothing blows my mind. There's lots of things that kind of confuse me, the chick, she's super concerned about security, on her backpack. She's got a camera that's recording at all times, kind of thing. That way, if anything happens, she has it on her backpack and she's got the footage taken. But then when she moves into a new house, she doesn't put up cameras until she's threatened, and then she puts up security cameras, and it's well, I kind of felt like your character would have done that the first night, if you're staying there, you would have put up, but I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it, maybe I don't really understand the characters or something, but it just didn't seem that amazing to me. It's definitely a good movie, but it's not one of the greats, if that makes sense. This is a 6 out of 10.